What is up, you geezer, blow tie geezers? It is Chris Marder9 here, and, well, what a performance. Who can argue with that result? Who can argue? 4-0 away at a venue that not very many people win at. Stoke 0, Chelsea 4. Yeah, and what about Morata? What can I say about him? Oh, he is just... Oh, it was a great... Oh, Morata... I love him. I love him. I just absolutely love him right now. He is ticking all the boxes. You know, everyone was saying that after the sale of Diego Costa, which I completely forgot to do a video of, by the way. Yeah, we did indeed sell Diego Costa to Atletico Madrid for, I do believe it was about 58 million. So it's kind of like the money regained from the sale of Morata, and everyone was saying, well, Morata's not going to do very much, you know, he's a poor man's Diego Costa. Well, today he proved everyone wrong. He had a great game, Morata. He scored 3 goals, and well, I can't argue with that performance, to be honest. Well, what can I say? Well, Morata, first 4 minutes, received a pass from Atletico, and he finished quite smartly in the far corner for 1-0. Let me just put the mic quite nearer to me. And then the second goal, terrible mistake, terrible back pass by Darren Fletcher, and Pedro got on the end of it, finished it for 2-0. And then, well, Stoke kind of came out of their shells really after that, really. End of the first half and kind of like most of the second half, Stoke kind of really pushed us a bit. You know, they aggravated people like, you know, Alonso, who was a very naughty boy during that game. Play acting for one. Then straight afterwards, could have even got sent off with 2 reckless challenges. Even Stoke even had shouts for penalties as well. They could have even got back in the game with 2-1. You know, Gary Cahill coming on for Alonso because, you know, Alonso, like the pressure was getting to him. The game in as a whole was kind of like getting to him, so Conte took him off. And, well, not really in favour of Gary Cahill because of his performances of late, but, you know, when you don't have Luiz available, and you don't have, you know, somebody like him available, you've got to bring him on. So, Gary Cahill came on, almost conceded a penalty, as I mentioned earlier, after bringing down Jesse Rodriguez recklessly. I do believe it was Jesse Rodriguez, I could be wrong. But at that point, you know, Stoke had their tails up. They were literally pushing and pushing to get that 1 goal to put them back in the game. But thanks to a great bit of substitution mastery from Antonio Conte, decides to bring on Cesc Fabregas for, I do believe it was, I can't remember who he came on for. But anyway, Fabregas came on. He put a ball into Alvaro Morata and makes it 3-0 to kill the game off completely. And then some even more mastery came up after this, after Willian came off for the great Eden Hazard. It's just overall typical Chelsea football to commiserate Stoke City's woes. Great little bit of football from Eden Hazard, orchestrates it perfectly, and then it comes on the end of another tremendous Alvaro Morata finish to complete his hat-trick, makes it 4-0, game over, GG, 3 points, in the bag. I literally can't argue. Stoke is a really difficult venue to go to, and we soaked up the pressure, we soaked it up. Stoke had their moments, they could have had a penalty shootout, they could have had a penalty. We soaked it up, we got the goals. And to be honest with you, I thought it was a commemorative performance. Willian is probably the only problem I have in this team at the moment. A lot of tweets were sent to me during the game saying that he's been the best player so far. No, he hasn't. I mean, if you watch the game, he was probably arguably the only player in that team that it was just completely out of place. Just kept misplacing his passes. He couldn't hold the ball for about 5 seconds. And, you know, it was right to come off for Hazard, because Hazard, as soon as he came on, Hazard changed the way the game happened. Because it was 2-0 at the time that Hazard came on, and he orchestrated everything perfectly. So, I think it was a great little bit of tactical mastery there from Conte. And it got us the win, which was more important than anything else. So, well, yeah, I'm really, really happy with that performance. 4-0, clean sheet, thumbs up from me. Next game is Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, and then we have Man City. Man City, oh dear, Man City. They are hot at the moment. They've just beaten Palace 5-0. It's another drubbing following the 6-0 against Watford. I mean, they scored 11 goals in 2 games. 11 goals in 2 games. And they're coming up against us now, who, by the way, out of 3 home games in the Premier League, we've only won 1 of them, which was against Everton. Couldn't beat Burnley, couldn't beat Arsenal, and now we're playing up against Man City. Home advantage is always the main thing. I think we can beat them. Well, obviously, we don't have David Luiz, so Aguero, yeah. I don't know if I have to mention that. Yeah. So we just need to stop Aguero. That's the main thing. Sané, Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne. We need to stop his passes. And then if we can't stop his passes, then we've got David Silva to deal with. So it's not going to be easy in that game. I'm hoping for a draw, to be honest with you. I think it's not going to be easy. We beat them 2-1 last season. You know, that was on the way to winning the title. But this time, it's a different affair. It's different in this time around. I think Man City are going to want to beat us because, you know, they're going to want to maintain their winning run. Well, if Alvaro Morata can do what he did today, he can dismantle Man City's back four. I think Man City's defence is their weakness. If we can deal with their defence, then we've won half the battle, to be honest. It's their attack. We don't have David Luiz. We've got Cahill up against their attack. So that's a bad sign right there. So if Christensen needs to continue his good form, because Christensen, he's our best defender. I'm going to have to be truthfully honest with you. Christensen is our best defender at the moment. David Luiz, Christensen, Cahill needs to get pushed out because he really is not as good as Christensen and David Luiz at the moment. It's really annoying to me that David Luiz is not available for that City game. Cahill's going to have to play, which really does make me feel a bit queasy. You know, when they've got De Bruyne, they've got Silva, they've got Aguero, Sané, Jesus, you know, it's those names just really frighten me for some reason. Anyway, guys, our main concern at the moment is Atletico Madrid away from home. That's going to be tough. Really, really tough. And, well, no surprises as to the fact that Diego Costa could be in attendance. So, yeah. That's going to be an interesting game, Atletico Madrid. It's going to be interesting to see who Conte plays in that game, because the following game is the City game. And he's going to want to rest a few players. So, yeah. Interesting couple of games for us next. So, it's going to be interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, that has been my thoughts on the game. If you want to go and add a bit more information down below. I don't expect it. I mean, you know, I'm not even... Like, I don't get very many comments. I don't get views. So, you know, I just use this YouTube channel as a way of just speaking my thoughts on every single game that happens, really. Just a bit of a heads up, guys. If you were expecting this YouTube channel to be all Chelsea, then don't even bother, because I've got a video coming up about ASMR. So, actually, I think I recorded that video about a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't get a chance to upload it. So, I will upload that video about me talking about ASMR after this video. So, hopefully, if I can keep this up with the channel, I will upload it. So, thank you very much for being patient with me, guys. I am getting a lot better with these videos. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. If you have indeed watched this all the way through, you're a legend. And yeah, thank you very much, guys. Until the next video, hey door, and peace.